everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J, and today I have my hands on the Fenty fragrance. My box came exceptionally fast, so let's open it up and let's explore this fragrance together. So I was able to pre-order this fragrance a day or so before it officially launched, and I knew I wanted to order it because I am intrigued with the way that Rihanna smells. Now, I've never met Rihanna, but as we all know, there's been so many rumors that Rihanna just smells good. She is team wash your legs, team put on your fragrance and smell good every day, and that's my kind of girl. I'm excited to try out this new fragrance from her. This is her first official fragrance from her Fenty brand. Even though this is not her first fragrance, I remember buying some Rihanna fragrances a few years ago, and I was like a little teenager, and so now Rihanna's a grown woman, and so this fragrance is reflecting this new era of her life. This is what it looks like. Packaging, so on brand for Fenty, so on brand. And then here's the box that the fragrance comes in, and this is the same type box that her sunglasses come in, and I know that because I bought her sunglasses before. So do you know what that leads me to believe? That leads me to believe that this scent is a little bit more high-end than her regular line that is sold at Sephora, because as of right now this is only sold via her website, so you cannot go to Sephora and get this. I'm wondering if this parfum line is going to cater to a more upscale clientele. The quote that Rihanna has about this scent is that it's a memory encapsulated into a fragrance. You never forget it. And that's from Bad Gal Riri herself. So let's unbox. You pull it out and this is what you get. So you see the fragrance on one side, you flip it over and you see it on the other side. So to get it out, you just kind of push it out. So there you have it. It's brown. I think it looks really nice and sophisticated, like something that I would have seen growing up. It almost reminds me of the 70s. On the top it says Fenty. I love the script. So this is a $120 bottle. I think that's an excellent price for a 75 milliliter product. And obviously people don't have a problem with it because it's sold out. So let's open. And I'm just going to get some whiffs. So let's go ahead and spray, okay? I'm excited. I'm excited. Did y'all see that mist? Very fine. Ooh, okay. Smelling it is very strong. And I just did one spray. I can hold my hand all the way down here and I still smell it and I almost kind of taste it. It's a very sensual scent. That is the best way that I can describe it. And normally, I'm not very drawn to warm scents right off the bat. They do have to kind of work on me, you know. Sometimes I like a warm scent depending on what type of mood I'm in. And this one for me seems like it needs a specific time and a place. It's not an everyday scent, at least not for me anyways. Just because it's so warm and it's kind of dark, you know. It reminds me of the nighttime for sure. You can absolutely wear this in the day or the night if you want to, but to me this smells like nighttime, evening time, going out, sexy time. Like I said, it's very sensual. So let me tell you all some of these notes. And honestly, I take notes with a grain of salt, just because even though something might have notes in it that you like, you might not like it, or even sometimes it may have notes that you think you don't like, but the way that it's layered, you may end up liking it. So I don't let notes deter me from buying stuff unless it is something that I absolutely hate. Like I absolutely hate gardenia. No matter where it falls in whatever mixture of fragrance, I don't like gardenia, so I don't buy gardenia. And I do have to be careful with patchouli on me because sometimes I can smell like BO, but not always. So some of the notes in here are magnolia, blueberry, tangerine. I kind of smell the poppiness of tangerine, but not really. There's vanilla, which that smells so prominent to me. I can absolutely smell the vanilla. There's musk in here. 100% would describe this scent as a musky type scent. There's hyacinth in here. I don't really get that, but you know, fragrances are going to change as you wear them, so right off the bat I don't smell that. There's Bulgarian Rose Absolute. I smell some rose, but for me I wish it were a little bit more center stage, because the rose is taking a super backstage to the musk. I smell the musk and then I smell just like a little dash of rose. There's incense in here, 100%, I would describe this as a musky incense type scent. There's patchouli in here. The patchouli stands out to me a lot. Bergamot, I smell a little bit of that peppered through. But again, it's not something that takes center stage on me. There's coconut. I barely smell the coconut, but there is a little bit of a sweet quality to this. And that may be attributed to the coconut, even though the coconut is not just super prominent to me. And there's geranium, which I don't really know if I smell the geranium, but all of these things mixed together are giving this deep scent. So I just got my boyfriend's opinion, and he don't want to be on camera, of course. But basically, he says that I smell like a candle. And I think that's because And I think that's because the scent is sweeter, but then it's layered on top of that with a smoky element to it. But it's not a gourmand scent because, as you all know, I really don't like to smell like candy. So just think about candy, but way darker and a little bit more like incense. I like it a lot more once it dries down than I do when I initially spray it, because when I initially spray it, it smells kind of funky, but then when it dries down, it smells really good to me. It's like I just have to get through that first 5 minutes of whatever type transformation it's trying to do when it gets onto my body and, you know, reacting to my body chemistry. Once it gets past that, it smells really nice. So I'm gonna wear it around all day, and I want to see how this scent lasts on me, and I'll see how I like it at the end of the day, because scents are multi-layered. So when you spray it at one point, it's going to smell one way, but then as you wear it, you're peeling back different layers and you're going to smell different elements from the fragrance. So let's see what it does. Stay tuned. So I'm back, and it is much later, like maybe like 8 hours later. And I can still smell it, but I have to deeply inhale to really catch a waft of it. So it has truly simmered down, and I can barely tell that I have on the fragrance still. And that's okay, because most of the time with most fragrances, they don't last for an extremely long time. I do have to do touch-ups throughout the day. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty of my final thoughts on it. And I like it, but I don't love it, just because there's something in there that kind of makes it a little sharp to my nose. And while this one is nice, I wouldn't select it out of a crowd of fragrances. If it weren't Briana's, if I weren't doing a video, I probably wouldn't have picked it up if I were just doing my normal fragrance testing at a counter. So with that being said, I would say get your nose on this if possible. This is something that's just not for everybody. Everybody's not gonna like it. It's not gonna work well with everybody's body chemistry, just because it is a little bit riskier. But of course, with Rihanna's debut scent, you already know she was going to give us something that's a little bit different, especially because she is known for smelling good. I could see this smelling like her all day long, but does it smell like me? Nah. But that's just my 2 cents. Let me know if you picked up this fragrance down in the comments section. And I will check you all in my very next video, which will be super soon. Smooches. Bye.